Hey friends, it's Sherman, and welcome back to another episode of Tea Time with Sherman. This week's guest is Mel Trixx. How are you, my dear?
I'm lovely. How are you?
I'm good. I just spent some time watching Grey's Anatomy waiting for your drunk ass.
I'm not that drunk. Let's be serious here. I'm not Shawana drunk, so...
That's good. I will say thank you to Farley Fufa for getting some liquid in this girl, because, you know, sometimes she can be a little dry, and we don't want her dry. You never want to go in dry.
Well, it was actually Steve. Trade.
Oh, look at you getting the dick.
Delilah Cottontail up in here.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you're saying her name can make her relevant again.
Right?
Let's move into the first thing I want to talk about. You're kind of known for a few things. One of them is makeup skills. Where did you kind of learn your makeup skills? And, like, I don't know. Yeah, where'd you learn your makeup skills?
Well... It's kind of complicated. I started in theater makeup. Our school back in Ontario was really known for theater.
Okay.
Like, really known for theater in the community. And we brought in people from Toronto and everything, and we had to learn our own theater makeup. And that's where I really started to kind of get an interest. And then, you know, started wearing, like, boy makeup or whatever, which was, you know, when you first started, is really cakey and, you know, you basically look like a drag queen, right?
Right.
So, from there, I grew an interest in drag makeup, and I started watching RuPaul's Drag Race, and it just kind of blossomed from there. I practiced a lot of makeup before actually stepping out in drag, which is very different than a lot of people who actually start drag these days. They
kind of like do it once or twice at home, and they're like, hey, good to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then they kind of step on the stage, everyone's like, you look busted.
Yeah, exactly. Like, do what you need to do, but, you know, everyone has a different learning process and growing process, right?
Okay, time with that. Are we ever going to see your little makeup tutorial?
Here's the tea. Here's the exclusive, I guess. If it wasn't apparent through Facebook posts, which I'm notorious for, I did film a makeup tutorial.
Hashtag it'll make sense later.
Yes. Hashtag makeup tricks. But I found through the process that, because I have a busted-ass ghetto laptop, Windows Vista laptop.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's really bad. So, Windows Movie Maker does not a tutorial make.
Okay.
And I tried doing voiceovers and all that, but, like, I didn't want to sit an hour and a half just to do voiceovers on something that, like, because my makeup is ever-evolving and changing, and, like, my process through things is constantly different. Like, especially with the past few weeks, like, it's completely different than a lot of the time beforehand. And I just felt that it wasn't where I am, and I don't want to showcase that as where I am because it's outdated.
Right.
And as someone who is, like, forgive me if this sounds pretentious or anything, as someone who was already good at makeup, moving forward even more, I didn't want that to be my standard as my first thing, because I wanted to start strong and then maybe, like, crap out, like a lot of other makeup tutorials, especially drag makeup tutorials these days. And it's just, I didn't feel like it was ready.
Okay, so maybe we'll, like, see one in the future.
Oh, definitely. Like, I have my channel and everything. It just doesn't have doesn't have any content on it.
Okay, so maybe look for that in another few months or something.
Yes, makeup tricks with 2 X's.
You're also known for being kind of an overexcited puppy with drag. What kind of gets you so excited about drag? What gets you so hyped up and spastic?
Well, I've been in performance art for as long as I can remember. Musician, actor, musical theater actor, like, all of the above, right? And it's just, I don't know, it's the love of being on the stage and...
Performance.
Right? Performance makes it just so much better. And I don't know, I do it a lot for myself. more than anything. You know, that's why I don't make the chips, because it's for myself. But say what you
tell yourself at night. Okay, I get that. That's cool. Kind of moving into something else is we're gonna talk about your titles that you have currently. One, you're the Queen of Hearts with the Court 2015. Mm-hmm. What was it like kind of prepping for that show? And what's the kind of responsibilities that come with being a court title holder?
Well, I'll skip the prep, because literally I did not prep for it at all. I did Hummingbird Heartbeat by Katy Perry, and I picked it literally like right before I had to get ready, and y'all be reading me for like looking like a doll, like a creepy ass doll.
Annabelle.
Yes. That was what I was going for. So, mission accomplished, I guess. Nothing I do is without reason. So, as far as makeup goes. And I don't like, the requirements are just don't be Go-Go Fetch from last year, and don't get your title snatched away due to not fulfilling your responsibilities. I mean, it's really, no tea, no shade. It really isn't hard to be a lower house member of the court. It really isn't. Monthly meetings, go to some shows, sell 50-50 tickets, you know, just standard stuff. Host your own step-down show, like, come on. It's easier than even fake titles like Miss Evolution.
Moving on to a fake title. Your Miss Nice pageant from the Christmas show that Lilith and Tequila hosted.
Oh, so fitting, isn't it?
How was that show for you as well?
I was really excited and really surprised, actually.
Oh.
Because I know, like, what the rankings were and everything. I was actually really surprised that, because I went for Miss Nice, yet I was more confident in my Miss Naughty number, just because even though it had dialogue that I didn't really know, it was more me.
Okay.
Whereas doing a Mariah Carey number is in a gown on stage and having to move, it was a little bit much, but I knew that Tequila would like it, so that's why I did it.
Okay, so aiming for what the judges, they're going to like you. Going for that. All right. And we're moving to another competition that you're currently in, Alberta's Next Drag Superstar. What's kind of been your prep for that? And I know the semifinals are coming up on the 22nd. So what do you have in store for us? And yeah. Can we give the Tea Time fans some hints?
It's very close to what I have done in the past. I'm not a repeater for competitions, not like some queens. It's very similar, and it's very Mel Trixx, especially as of late. But it's different.
Okay.
And I think people will like it, because it's very generational. Like, it speaks to our generation.
Okay. The three competitions that we just talked about, what are the big differences in between, like, competing for those three?
I actually feel like, especially Drag Superstar, there's a lot more at stake as far as peers and all that, because, you know, there was a good turnout for, like, the Miss Nice and Miss Naughty pageant, but, you know, it was something that was new and didn't really have a lot of super lot of exposure as opposed to Drag Superstar. And the court stuff was mainly just your traditional court thing with court people, court fans. You know, it was, for me, it was very low pressure, just because I went into it being like, you know what, if I win, I win. If I don't, I don't, whatever. Whereas with Drag Superstar, I'm very, it's very ambiguous as to the turnout of it, because we really don't know who's going to turn out on top.
That's true. We're talking about something else that you do regularly, or pretty regularly, is the All Teas, All Shade shows. What's kind of like doing those shows opposed to like doing regular drag shows?
It's paid. That's the main difference. No. But I'm really good friends with Beau Creep and a few of the other cast members. And like, we get together most Monday nights and watch Drag Race together at Beau Creep's place.
Cute.
And like, it's really good. And they've really taken me as like their first drag queen into their fold, which is really exciting because it opens up a whole other element of drag into it, where it's more of like I want to get into a little bit more of like a Ben de la Creme drag, where it actually is more burlesque focused.
I saw that when she's at the Battle of Season show, where she was very stripping and like the and the cheeky stuff. I get that. Oh, cool. And I kind of want to talk about your friendship with Beau Creep, because in a few of your Facebook journal entries, you've kind of mentioned that he's been a really like supportive person to you. Can you kind of want me to talk about that a little bit?
Well, him and I both had to deal with, like, we both have similarities in the fact that we have very similar, what is for him past experience and what is for me present experience, as far as dealing with other people. And he's just been one of the people that have been really supportive and have offered me great advice. And you know, if I'm being an idiot, will tell me I'm being an idiot, right? And I value those kind of people.
That's really cool. Like you're both like, from different sort of genres of performing, but he's like kind of like it's like big gay, little gay relationship.
Oh yeah, totally, totally.
Also, something that I'm really like kind of into your drag is that you kind of always someone who takes chances, and you're part of like the court show with the Nightmare on Elm Street, or Nightmare the other Nightmare thing, Nightmare Before Christmas. What kind of was that like doing? Again, different from your other current drag shows that you do as well.
It was more
because you're being a drag actress at this point, doing a show in drag.
It was very similar to my old theater background, minus actual talking or singing. So if anything, characterization is a lot easier for me. A lot of people have noticed whenever I do like Trixie Mattel or any other kind of character, it's really, it seems like it's effortless for me. And say what you may, there's shade out there on why it's easy for me. But it's like, I don't know, it's just back to my training, and it's just, I don't know. It was really easy considering I missed so many rehearsals for it. It was really easy, and you know the hardest thing about it was really just the makeup and the body painting. That was the only part that was really hard to me.
Cool. I noticed that you do kind of do a lot of like characters. Is that kind of intentional, or is it just like that you're willing to try different things, or?
I just do it because it's fun. I don't know. I like showing different sides of my ability, because I don't feel like I should, like anyone should be locked into their drag character at all times, because you, as whatever name you go by as like out of drag, like you are an artist, and whatever you put forth is can be a different character, it can be the same character. Like, it really depends. Like, when I'm out as Barbie or Trixie Mattel or Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, I don't think of myself as Matt as Mel Trixx as this person. Right. I just think of Matt as this person. Okay. I skip the Mel Trixx part in itself, because Mel Trixx is just another dimension. Okay.
I like that. I like that a lot, actually. I appreciate that you always do different things. That's really exciting for me as a drag fan. Next, we're kind of got to talk into, the library is open. Let's start the look at her position.
Hi, queen.
Literally. So this is the part where we're just going to talk about queens that she's worked with, queens that she admires, what she thinks, or funny stories that I may or may not know. Miss Fame.
Miss Fame. I actually adore her. She's, as far as the drag makeup...
If you want the glasses, we have those if you want them.
Fuck the glasses. Girl, I'm already wearing beer goggles, let's be serious. So, Miss Fame, she's my idol as far as drag makeup goes, because, like, I've followed his work as a male makeup artist for, like, a celebrity makeup artist for a few years now, and I think, like, I only think the best of Miss Fame. Yeah. Like, screw all the people that say, like, he's not a good performer or whatever. Like, it is only so often that you find someone who is good at everything. Right. Like, I can only think of, I can only count on a few fingers the people who are good at everything in Edmonton.
Yeah, like no shade or whatever, but I think like even Bianca Aria, who won Drag Race season 6, is not maybe the best lip syncer or something.
Exactly.
She's a great improv artist and great comedian, but she's not going to be a good dancer, and that's fine, because not every actress is going to be a good singer.
You have, in such a cutthroat industry, you have to play to your strengths and own them.
Yeah.
That's why I don't go out there doing things that I wouldn't want to do. Yeah. That other people are successful in, because it's not my strength. Like, I try and, like, I love the things that I do that are campy, but, and I exceed expectations a lot of the time, like with my SpongeBob number at the burlesque show. If maybe you were there, I don't know if you were.
I was.
Stuff is like fun to me, but it's not me.
Right.
So I like to play to my strengths, relying more on the look and the high energy, hashtag overexcited puppy stuff. And, but yeah, anyway.
If fame's strength is makeup, then that's fame's strength. Moral of the story.
Right?
Next bitch. New queens. Solicitate and Davina Die for.
Solicitate, she's newer to the stage, but she's not new to the community. She's been coming out in face for a while now. Longer than I've been around, even.
Really?
Yeah, I think maybe a year and a half, 2 years. Forgive me if I'm wrong, Celissa. You are my sister.
I think I've actually, because I did some Facebook creeping, because that's what I do. She actually, she was doing drag like a year or so ago, but just maybe doesn't come out and like make a big personality or anything.
I know she ran for this most recent Miss Merry Christmas pageant. She was like one of the 3 or 4 contenders for it. She did great. We just all know what happened there. So.
Right.
But yeah, she's fantastic, and she's one of my sisters in an upcoming public release project that's happening.
Oh.
So there might be a new drag house emerging.
Next, we've got your sister, in-house sister per se, Jamie Ramsey.
She is wonderful. I respect her I have so much love and respect for her. We live together, yes. And, you know, in this industry, it's really unfortunate because people can be so close. So close.
Right.
But they just seem to grow apart.
That's fair.
And, you know, again, like, this industry is so cutthroat. And, you know, we've done so much for each other. And we've... You know, I love her with all my heart, and what happens, right? People grow apart. It's just a thing.
Yeah.
And the people who are closest with each other, I find, fight the most.
Yeah, maybe.
Because you care a lot about each other, even though you're not willing to say it.
Next, Fifi LaRue.
I'm happy she finally stopped using eyebrow stencils.
I just really want to use this photo.
No worries. It's a good photo to use because, in truth, it was like, what was it? It was my first time at Evolution, except, like, it was my first show at Evolution that wasn't an Evolution show.
Right.
Like, I did a Sunday review the week after, but this was the Court's country
hoedown.
Yeah, their country show. It was actually my birthday that day, my 20th birthday, and
God, you're young.
Put on the shut up. I put on the good old white tooth cover, and you know, turned out my best country bumpkin look with crinoline underneath the skirt.
Yeah.
Fifi turned out her normal handmade corset, and you know, was Fifi LaRue. How did she win that amateur title? I will never know.
Next, Trixie Mattel.
She was actually quite lovely. She was bitter that night that I met her, only because...
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say this now on my little tea time show. Trixie, like, girl, you got 6th place. 6th place is nothing to bark at. Like, chill your jets, girl. Chill.
She went home for reasons that were even confusing to us because she had a really good main challenge. She had one of the best runways in my opinion, and she it was stupid why she went home yet again. Like, she'll even say that. Plus, come on. She got filmed twice holding one of those RuPaul statuettes, and she has yet to even receive one. So what's happening there? I know they're like $250 a piece, but like, come on.
Next up, I also want to just use this photo because it's hilarious. Tiramisu.
Wait. Before tiramisu, can I go back?
Oh.
I wasn't done.
Oh.
Trixie Mattel, she was very, very amazing on microphone. The only reason why she was kind of bitter and cunty to people is because not only did we watch her go home for the second time, it's that also her boyfriend dumped her the night before she was in Calgary.
Yeah, the manager from Calgary bar told me that. And I was like, what? That sucks.
So she wasn't in a good place the whole time. Plus, also, her manager told her to only bring one number with her to Calgary, yet the contract that Twisted Element put out said to bring 3.
Oh.
So there was a little bit of a dilemma there, and she kind of had to, like, pull Trixx out of her bag. Trixx. Haha. Matt, Mel, Trixx, Trixie, Mattel. Just think about those things together. It just makes sense. It's like a reverse.
Tricks are for kids.
Tricks are for faggots, actually.
And the photo I want to use really bad because it's hilarious. Tiramisu.
This picture looks like a fucking opposite, you know? It's just beautiful. Tiramisu, I was actually just with her. She's amazing. For someone who has only been performing in Edmonton for less time than I was still kicking around, and then she came in, did her debut in Edmonton, and she knocks the house down boots.
I don't know what that means.
You don't have to. You're not a drag queen.
That's fine. What's your pro tip for queens who are starting?
Practice your makeup before you go out in drag, because if you don't, I will silently read you the house down.
Boots.
Because you can't clock the smug. People thought I was a woman today in day drag. Feel free to edit that out.
Last but not least, any products you want to pimp right meow? You have 40 seconds.
Krylon TV Paint Stick. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And also, Ben Nye Fair Powder. I don't know what else to call it.
No, like actual like things that you're in.
Oh, just kidding. See, when people say products, I mean makeup.
I meant like projects.
Oh, projects?
Yeah.
Enunciate, mister. Projects. There are some things on the way. There's a big thing that I have planned for Pure Pride. A big group thing. Beautiful. I have a house coming up, which we'll see more of in July at Evolution Wonder Lounge. Alberta's Next Drag Superstar. # Team Trixx Cereal. Be a part of the Cereal family. All Teas, All Shade. Come out to their shows. I can't say more about anything because I'll spill too much tea. But yeah, that's about it. I'm Mel Trixx.
Thanks again for joining me, Mel Trixx. See me next time on Tea Time with Sherman. Goodbye!